What's going on, GameDad fam? I'm Josh, the GameDad, and this is more Super Mario RPG. When we last left off, I stupidly put Mallow in the party and not Princess Toadstool for a boss fight that clearly should have gone the other way. That's about it. That's about all I got to say on the subject. So, oh, good. Oh, yes, good. Perfect. Yes. But, I mean, I can't get anywhere from down here. So, that's just the way you come when you're coming back this way, if you get knocked off. Also, yeah, the bullet bills aren't fights. You just gotta try not to get knocked around by them. Now, obviously, the easy way would be to just take out the Mysons, but who wants to do things the easy way? There's a guy in there. It was a trick! Gorgons and alley rats. Well, I got Peach now, so I can afford to be a little bit more cavalier about the whole situation. Which means more jumps! Like I said, I may have it maxed out. Willy-Wisp! Not Willow-Wisp! Willy-Wisp! I have several issues with what just happened. Not the least of which is, who greenlit that? Who said, yeah, we're good, go ahead, print that one? That's the one we want to include? And folks, there are implications when you say the word Willy. I won't say them because, again, my kids watch me. And my wife will yell at me if they start saying that word everywhere. But I'm just saying. Boy! Sorry about that. Had a big ol' yawn. And I was trying to get rid of it before I started streaming. Haha! And it just would not come out. I think I may be wasting my time. Yeah, I'm at max coins. Coins are officially a worthless thing for me. Money has no meaning! Take out this guy. Whose whole shtick is that he's a ghost! So, I brought up in the last session my top shows and also the Game of Thrones finale. And by the time this will have come out, it'll have been like a little over a month since the finale. So I feel like a now is enough time to mention you know, how do people and this doesn't even have to do with the finale itself, who out there genuinely believes that you can actually start a petition and any company is going to take you seriously and redo their show to fit your whims? Like, it's not like you're talking to a local theater troupe at a thespians competition. Like, this is it's Game of Flippin' Thrones. I'm just saying, like, this is not some mom and pop operation. So I don't know, man. I'm not perfectly sure where I'm going with this, to be totally honest with you. I just find it crazy when I see stuff like that. Like, yeah, you can get into whether it's entitlement and this, that, or the other, but it just strikes me as naive, maybe? Like, to think that a studio is gonna bend to your whims like that? And I don't want to come across as insulting. Don't misunderstand me. Like, live your dreams. If that's... But I guess it just comes down to... I could never do it or understand it because of the implication behind it of me basically telling anyone who was a part of that show that, as far as I'm concerned, their work and their time was invalid. Because it literally upset me so much, I would rather it just be redone completely. And I get it. People are like, well, yeah, but the show upset me as well. And that may be true, but I feel like that doesn't justify you telling all these people that all their time was worthless and wasted. I don't know. I might be overthinking things. So Haidon is a little bit tougher than the last one of these I ran into. A little bit. Unfortunately, sleepy time won't do much of anything for me. So the only real option I got is to just beat its face in. Thankfully, jump is a good option. We're gonna terrorize for the defensive implications. Because if the monsters get taken down with terrorize, now they're weakened enough that I'm okay with just having Princess Peach take care of them, while Mario continues to go on a jumping rampage. But yeah, with the whole... I think the problem with the petition thing is that people saw what happened with Sonic movie, and with them being like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and redesign it based on feedback. And so now there's this sense like, if enough people complain, things will go your way. And I have twofold issue with that. With one, there's something to be said for artistic integrity. There's something to be said for the idea that an artist has a vision, and he should be allowed to keep his vision as he intended his vision to be kept. Okay? That is the first thing I have. I'll give it to Gino for now. Because it's a step down from the amulet, and Bowser's just... I like him with the Zoom shoes. He fits in nicely in our system with Zoom shoes, because he should be terrorizing folks before other people go. That just makes statistical sense. So yeah, the whole thing is, one, there is something, as I said, to be said for an artist's vision. And for saying, hey, your artistic idea is fine and doesn't need to be changed. And for two, just because they say they're doing something does not mean you will suddenly be happy. We have yet, as of the time of this particular recording, and I mean, to be fair, probably as well as of the time when this debuts, we have yet to see what Sonic is actually going to look like. He could still be not making people happy. And then what? Because you gotta think about it, there are animators who now have a couple months to crunch in a complete redesign into this movie. That's not going to be an easy task. It's going to be hours and hours and days and weeks of work. And the payoff at the end of it is that some people might be happier. The flip side of the coin is, that's just more money going towards this movie, more chance of things going wrong, more chance of it becoming a flop. I just feel like there are other things that need to be paid attention to. So, I understand lately I've been kind of just ranting about things like this, and accessibility, and... But I just... I had to get that off my chest because it just does not equate for me. And listen, there are things to get indignant about. For some godforsaken reason, there is still no true Super Mario RPG 2. Square and Nintendo are working together again. There is zero reason for that. It could be on Switch, it could be on 3DS. That was different and horrifying. And unnecessary. Alright. I wasn't dead, but now I'm alive. Yeah, you're gonna need that level, Mario. This next fight has a gimmick to it, and I'm gonna explain it, but I don't know that I'm necessarily going to do it. I don't know. I gotta decide. Yeah, so I just, even though I've been ranting a lot, it was something that I felt deserved being said. That, man, there are causes to get upset about. There are things to sign petitions for. And the idea of signing a petition because you would rather not necessarily have a movie look the way you see it. You see, whatever falls in the sea becomes Johnny's property. Got that, matey? Oh, and one last thing. Read my lips. We ain't letting you through. Got it? Bandana red. They're sharks, you see. I am gonna use flour after this, so I'm okay with terrorizing to help the process go easier. Yeah, whenever you see that you nailed them all, and so now they all take more damage and deal less damage, that's a beautiful thing. Just in case there is still any building up left in this. But yeah, so there are causes to get worn up over. Bring back Suikoden. Go ahead and make a petition about that. I'll be the first to sign. New Super Mario RPG game. Not a Mario and Luigi, but a Super Mario RPG. Bring it on, brother. I'm right there with you. I'll march Nintendo headquarters alongside you. Arr! You're stronger than you look. Better warn the upper deck. Come on, mates. Boom. Now, what was the trick here again? There's this, but there's also... Is it taking out the bloops and company? Let me do one of these. Let me get this done. Yoshi cookie! Eat 'em! Yoshi candy! Yoshi couldn't eat him. Forgot about that. Well, Mario's gonna try and take out this thing real quick. So yeah, I didn't really have anywhere I'm going with it. Oh god, these things! With that move. I didn't really have anywhere noticeable that I'm going with that. Because, you know, I get it for some people, like, they really get worn up about this stuff. But it's just... Man, pick your battles. You know, that's the best advice I could give someone. Is pick your battles. Make them worthwhile. Don't just fight just to fight. Pick a cause worth fighting for. Oh, he's responding with Solidify to my special attacks. How did I only just now figure that out? I have no idea how it took me this long to figure that out. That's a weirdly timed block. I mean, I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with Star Wars outrage. Like, listen, I am actually a big fan of the new Star Wars movies. I really genuinely am. I think they're good. I do. And I think they're good all around. I like Kelly Tran. Okay? I like the whole concept of them. And there are some things that have changed over time. Like, people will get into how Luke changed. But how long has it been and how much has happened? Look at you from 10 years ago and you now. Are you the same person? I don't know anyone who is. So that's kind of my point, is people act like there's no impetus for characters to change or grow. And you may not like the way they change or grow, but that doesn't invalidate it because, and this is the key thing here, you don't always like the way people change or grow in real life. Why can I not land a hit here? So that's ultimately my thing, is it's like, you know, stories don't necessarily have to align with what you want to happen, is my bottom line point. You may want X, Y, or Z, but it doesn't mean it's bad just because X, Y, or Z didn't happen. It just means it wasn't what you expected or wanted. But much the same in real life, sometimes things happen and they're not what you expect or want. And that's okay. It's okay to find out that things didn't go exactly as you would like. And while you may not be the most happy about that, you accept it. That's really the main takeaway from this I would like anyone to have. It is okay for things to not be exactly what you want them to be. It is less okay to demand everyone change everything to fit what you want to be. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Juice is on the left-hand wall. You'll find cookies on your way out. I mean, that's really, I understand, I've been soapboxing for 18 minutes. And I'm sorry about that. But, you know, sometimes someone's just gotta say something. I wish I would say something. Wanna be caught up in the middle of it, but I can't help myself. I see Yoshi, it's making me happy. Everybody love the Yoshi. Okay, what is the secret? There's a, you get down here in a specific way, and I can't think of what it is now. Oh, that's what it is. I didn't have to fight those bloopers, I just had to walk here, and I got a safety ring. Oh, that's concerning. Guards against mortal blows. So that's like, instant KO moves, basically. It's an important item to have, I'll tell you. There is going to be a optional boss that I'm gonna fight multiple times. You have to fight him more than one. But, no, never mind. I'm thinking of something else. But it is a boss you have to fight. That is optional. I will be fighting him. And so it will be handy to have that. I'm gonna go ahead and flower tab up. And let's do this. Where's the intruder? I don't see him. He got away! There he is! Get him! Nice. How dare you dodge the barrel? I forgot about that. I mean, I'm just gonna mess you guys up again. I'm gonna terrorize still. Because fear is, like I said, just such a good status. See, it immediately renders this an easy fight. These guys now go down to 1 hit from everyone, including Peach. I will save FP, because I'm not going to flower up between fights. But yeah, and I will note this. I want to point out, this was the main thing I want to say, because one of my best friends hates the new Star Wars movies. Pretty much all of them. And he feels this way about a lot of different new media. Like, anything, a lot of new stuff upsets him. But it's fine. But it is okay to not like it. I want to stress that point entirely. It's okay to be like, man, I didn't like the new Star Wars movies. No one said you have to like them. No one's forcing you to like it. But it's not okay to try and sit here and say, like, that movement to, like, redo The Last Jedi or whatever is absurd. Well, this star fell into my sea. So, oh, I'm gonna give a, hold on. Gotta pull out my best Jeffrey Rush here. Been a bit since I've done a celebrity situation. I've got to do a bit of the old Captain Barbossa for this one. Well, you're, not much to look at. Well, this star fell into my sea, so it's mine. If you want it, you'll have to fight for it. And you know, there'd be less like rules and more guidelines, you see. Ole. It's been entirely too long since I've watched Pirates of the Caribbean. I gotta go back and watch that movie. I don't know if the Bandana Blues can be terrorized, but I'm gonna try. Nice! Even Johnny, that's excellent. I did not remember that being possible, but that is huge. Because that means Mario is going to mess him up. Now, the thing about this fight is you obviously want to get rid of Bandana Blues. However, if you defeat all of the Bandana Blues, you end up in a... Johnny says, this ain't fair, blah, 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 and he challenges Mario to a duel. And you auto-accept. So you end up in a one-on-one fight with the boss. Could you beat him? Sure. Do you want to try? Probably not. So the best way to do it is leave one Bandana Blue standing, and then just focus in on Johnny. Timing that is hard because of the chain part of it. But from here it's an easy fight. You just have to get to this point where you're basically like, okay, now I'm good. Now I can focus in on this dude. See, he get tough! And he statistically becomes a bit tougher. I think he raised his defenses. Yeah. But I'm still not worried about it because, man, fear is just a brutal status effect. Like, it really does change the nature of a fight if you can inflict fear on everybody. That's why everyone says Bowser's special moves suck. And I'm sorry, they don't. They're just not... It's not jump. But you see how useful it is. Like, I've pretty much neutered him and his team. They can't hurt me. And I easily get rid of them. Done. And I am not over-leveled for this fight at all. I'm fine with that. But yeah, I'm not over-leveled at all. I'm probably accurately leveled? you could maybe argue that I'm underleveled. But I'm pretty much exactly what like, I haven't gone out of my way to grind once this whole game, and yet Terrorize just neuters enemy teams. It's why Bowser, but more and more along the game, enemies start getting immune to these status effects. So Bowser is most useful now. He is a tried and true Jagon character from Fire Emblem, which is like any Fire Emblem game you could play, they always give you what's known as a Jagon or Jagan, or however you want to pronounce it, character. Named after... The technical translation's always been Jagan, but the newer translation's Jagan, so it's hard for me to adjust because I played Fire Emblem so much in high school translations, things like that, so I'm used to that. But Jagan was a more powerful character you got from right out the gate. And there's pretty much always, like, it's usually a paladin, it's a really tough dude, stronger than the rest of your army, but he's already promoted. So, his growths aren't as good, and if you leveled anyone else up to the same level, they're gonna be stronger than him. So, he's useful, most useful at the point you have him, and he becomes weaker and weaker as the game progresses. Sorry about that, had to hydrate. But yeah, Jagan is a Jagan archetype. They're useful, you just have to know how to use them. You can't rely on them as a crutch, but you use them as part of your team. So, I am going to, with all the money I have, I'm coming into a bit of a long... So I'm going to come here to Marrymore because I want to show y'all a little something with all this money. I know I can continue the story, but I'll run smack dab into a boss fight, so what I'd rather do is use some of this extra cash I got here and say, hey, how you might help you? Is there anything I don't have? Oh, I never grabbed the chomp shell or the happy equipment. I'm gonna buy it just because. Same with that. I don't know that any of that... Well, I know the happy equipment isn't better. I don't think the chomp shell's better than the Hurley gloves. Yeah, no. But, the Batub ring... No, it's not. I just spent my money just because, really. But I like having all the equipment come endgame. So I'm going to rest a while. Offering a very special deal for a limited time over. If you stay in our lovely deluxe suite, you will receive a once-in-a-lifetime gift. And that's where you go with the suite. It's 200 coins, but I have the money, and I'm about to get plenty more. And you get a flower tab. Which, mind you, at this point, it doesn't seem like much, but it's that little extra bit. So, but I did always love staying here just because, okay, make yourself at home. And please feel free to use the terry cloth bathrobe after bathing. Ring the bell for room service, and be sure to turn the lights off when going to sleep. Anything else, sir? He's waiting for a tip. Sure. Everybody's gonna want a tip. But here's what's cool. It's too small for you. It's fine. I'm gonna take a bath. What else would he whistle, guys? What else would he whistle? Mario took a bath. At service, how may I help you? I'm thirsty. Here's the menu. Pick me up for 10 coins. This is a place where you can buy Kero Kero Colas for cash money. It costs 200 coins to do it, but certainly worth it. Looks like he wants a tip. Will you give him one? No way. Please enjoy your stay. He ain't happy. But, so the main thing was I basically, at the end of it, spent 200 coins to make sure I was fully, obviously, healed up. But then also, more importantly, for the flower tab. If you stay there and you don't have enough money to sleep well, you betcha. Oh, is that so? It's a pleasure to serve you. This is another complimentary gift. And you get a mid mushroom. Which I'll toss the other mid-mushroom I've got. Who cares? But you can see where that becomes anywhere near useful is the flower tab part of it. Now, and also before I progress, I'm going to progress the story in the next episode. Real quick, I want to see if, I believe the 2 cameos are available now, or at least one of them is. If you go to Rosetown, you come up here to the bed. Oh, no, he's not there. I gotta check the other bed real quick. I hope I didn't miss my window. That would stink. And if neither one's here, then I'll just tell you, but... Come here, come here, come here, come here! And go right over there. And, no, not here. Okay, so the cameo here is, Samus from Metroid, and in Rosetown is Link. And when you talk to them, they do a little jingle from their game. So, like, with Link, it's like, I believe it does the... So. Now, thank you guys for listening to me rant and yell at you for 30 minutes. I had to get that off my chest. That's the way I feel. But again, the overarching thing, again, is it's okay to like or dislike anything. You don't have to like something because someone else liked it. I do encourage everyone to be open-minded and give things a try before they judge it, but always, it's okay to like or dislike things. Just don't decide that your way is the only way and anyone else's experience is invalidated. That's all I'm asking. But I thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you liked it or a dislike if you didn't. And other than that, we'll continue this next time with what's the result of us bringing that star back to that creepy town. And otherwise, I'll catch you later, GameDad fam. Alright.